So DSP, aka Sir Begs a Lot, decides to go live and start crying about why his audience didn't like a video game he wanted to play. Nasty work. Let's get straight into it. Don't forget to hit the hype button and make sure you're subscribed.
This out of the way, everybody, okay? Please, let's get this out of the way. And I might even put up posted messages or whatever, okay? 2 days ago, we played Directive 8020. It premiered on the channel, all right? Everyone knew what to expect. It's a Supermassive Games narrative-based horror game, all right? We've played 4 different Dark Pictures anthology games. We've played Until Dawn. We played The Quarry. We even played this other game that was like a detective investigation game with horror in it. Everyone knows what these games are, okay? Everyone. So people coming to the stream know what it is and should know what to expect from the game, okay? I start playing the game. On the YouTube side, everyone was incredibly quiet. There was a lot of attendees. Like, it was almost 300 viewers on Tuesday, but almost no one was talking. Now, listen, I can't make people talk during the stream, especially it's a narrative-based game. Maybe people are just immersed in the story or whatever. But on the kick side, all of a sudden, people start ganging together and saying, we don't like this game. Slow-paced narrative horror. We don't like it. And so instead of saying, well, I don't like something, all right, I'll come back later. I know Phil's doing a react stream later tonight that I like. Or, you know, I know tomorrow he's playing a different style of game. I'll come back. Instead, everyone starts spamming thumbs down emotes in the chat. Now, I'll put up with that for a little bit, but what ended up happening was people literally spammed the thumbs down emote for over an hour. Okay? And there were a couple people in the chat who wanted to talk about the game and were trying to interact with me, and they couldn't. It was just too many people spamming, and the spamming has always been against the rules. Okay? So I just want to make it abundantly clear here. That's not right, because there's people who are here to enjoy the content of the stream. Even if it may not be you and you're not liking it, please be respectful. Allow other people to talk. These people would not allow other people to talk. Okay? Which is sad. So I let it roll for over an hour. And then I said to everyone, listen, you got to stop. There's people who want to engage with the game. They can't because you're spamming. They still didn't stop. So then I timed them all out. It was about 20 people, I would say, I timed out. Most people learned and said, oh, okay, all right. We had our fun for long enough. Now we'll stop. There was still some people who sadly kept doing it and they got banned. Rightly so. You know, how many chances can I give you? How many warnings? All right. I don't want to do that again today. I want to make this abundantly clear. I just don't want to deal with that. So once I start the game, if it's not for you, all right, if it ain't your cup of tea and you know you're not going to like it, leave.
Crybaby Phil, back at it again. Like, God forbid you listen to your supporters. You say how many people are there to watch you, but then complain when they give you their opinion on the game that you want to play. Maybe they ain't like it. It's their right to share their opinion with you. And then you just ignore it and then wonder why you're a failure. Come on, bro. The supporters is what got you wherever the heck you are. You could have been somewhere further if you wasn't so nasty, but whatever. I digress. The fact that they're even looking at you at all, that's something that you should be proud of and, happy. And if you wanted to just play a game that I guess your supporters didn't want to see you play, I don't know, maybe play it in your personal time? It's not as if you could turn off the stream and play whatever games you want. No. Try to satisfy your supporters and make them happy? Why would you want to do that? Why? That would be foolish. Actually try to be successful on YouTube, and he wonders why he ain't going nowhere in his life. I was about to say career, but it went further than that. This dude's a failure in all aspects. DSP. Crying P.
Okay? Or if you want to stick around, you're welcome to stick around and hang out. You really are. Like, I'm not kicking you out just because you don't like the game. But you can't spam the chat with toxicity and negativity saying you don't like it. We get it. You don't like it. Fine. Big deal. Just for the record, I get it, but your opinion ain't that important. All right. Some people like this style of game. Some people want to be here for it. That's what they're on the stream for. So if you're not here for a game you don't like, intentionally sticking around and misbehaving, you're going to be moderated. Okay, I'm sorry. I'd like you to come back when I'm doing something that you like. Like, for example, later tonight, I'm finishing my reaction to the Quartering documentary by June the King, and it seems like the juiciest stuff is at the end, right? Like, I actually had to end the stream back on Tuesday night because I saw something so shocking that took place during this documentary that I didn't know. My brain was like exploding and shutting down. I was like, I have to stop, and we'll resume on Thursday with this. Okay. So if that's what you want, come back on the late stream tonight. You'll get it. But if you're here for gameplay and horror and some fun and some chill, you're in the right spot. If you're here to see tons of amazing action and riveting gameplay, and that's not what this game is. It's a slow burn narrative game with horror elements. People will die. Okay. And, you know, it is what it is. If you like it or don't, I'm not going to say to you, you have to like it. You don't. That's also why I'm a variety creator, because I make such a variety of content that if you're not liking what I'm doing right now, you could easily come back on the next stream and you're fine because I'm doing something different. You know, just in the next 3 streams, I'm doing the end of the Quartering reaction, right? Then I'm playing Soros tomorrow, and then I'm doing old school throwback fighting games for Friday Night Fights. You can't get any more varied than that. It's completely different. So I hope that you'll come by for that stuff, but please don't sit here and be all sour grapes that you don't like the content of this stream and ruin it for everybody else. It's just not allowed. And I'm just saying this up front. I'm trying to be as nice and fair as possible. If I see the spamming and I see people misbehaving, there's going to be timeouts and then there's going to be banning, or I don't want to do it. So what I'll probably do is put a posted message in the Kick chat right now. I received a $2 tip. Someone says, do you think anti-woke is starting to go too far? I have to roll my eyes at some of the accusations towards Directive 8020. I even saw that in your chat. Yeah. So people are saying just because the cast of characters in Directive 8020 are basically international and multicultural from all around the world, that the game is woke. I don't get that. If you take a look at the game, okay, so far, there's characters from all around the world. It's meant to be like that. Like, I think the whole point is that the crew is completely international because it's a collective effort to try to scout this planet so that humans can populate it and basically save the human race. So they sent people from all around the world. You know, there already, I think there was Canadian, British, American, Russian, and more. There's more. Like, I'm trying to think because we didn't actually get to see, because their suits have the arm badges of the country they're from, and we've only got to see 3 or 4 of them so far. But I think what they literally are going to have like a person from like every major country, I think, in the game. Like, that's the point that they're going for.
He sure is grifting off the quarter and stuff. You still bringing down the same video? Fam, it's been like 30 years. You reacting to that same video this entire time. You've had longer cry sessions when listening to one now. You would rather play whatever game that your audience don't want you to play because they don't care about. You'd rather them play that than just react to what the heck is doing good on your channel. Nah, because if you extend it for the longer periods of time, you could keep on dragging out the attention. The juicy stuff is at the end now. So why you ain't get to the end? Also, pause. That sound crazy. Hey, yo. But anyway, DSP is a loser, bro. Like, I don't see how anyone could find him entertaining. He cares none about entertaining the audience. He just wants you to tune into his cry session. Him sitting there and crying for like 5 hours. How do he does this every day and then tries to do like segments? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is nasty work. I wouldn't rock with it at all. That's just me. That's me.
I don't know what the point, how that's woke. Like, it's kind of like the idea of the International Space Station, where different countries come together to try to do something great for humanity. And I don't know how that's woke at all. And to be honest, we've only played the game for 3 hours. I don't think we've gotten far enough into the game to make these kind of judgments. What it is people, I'm not even kidding. Today, people see like a black woman and they're like, oh, it's woke. La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh. What's really funny is the key art of the game is that character. Her name is Young. She's not the main character of the game because there is no main character of the game. They're all kind of equal and you play as all of them at different times. So there is no front character of the game that's the protagonist. Get it? They're all kind of the protagonist. So the idiots who say, oh, the game's woke because the main character is a black woman. She's not. You're just retarded. You didn't play the game or watch anyone play it. You just made a judgment because you're a racist. La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh.
So the audience is racist, even though you were the one saying racist and prejudiced things. Yeah, just pin that off on the audience. It's y'all. Y'all don't want to watch it because y'all racist. Even though he's going to say racist things the entire time. Wow.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Nasty work. And this is why he hates when people do commentary and give criticism on him. Because they're able to call out his inconsistencies and let him know he sounds crazy. But no, he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear the truth. He don't want to hear honesty. He just wants y'all to listen to him cry and watch him play whatever video game he wants. Listen, you're not entertaining now, bro. People that's entertaining could play whatever video game they want and the audience will have fun watching. That's not you. You're not that guy. It ain't you, champ. I can see it in your eyes. You soft.
So yeah, I do think that it's ridiculous. Absolutely. I do think that it's dumb that people make those judgments. You have to, listen, any game could be bad and any game could be good. Any game could actually be over pretentious. It could push a narrative or it could be doing something smart with the story. Who knows? So far, I've seen absolutely nothing whatsoever in this game that's woke. Nothing. Okay? And you know me. I don't like when games push liberal narratives. I don't like when games push conservative narratives. I just don't like having culture wars and politics in my games to begin with. So, for me, I'm approaching it as basically a narrative-based horror game, okay? Just like everything Dark Pictures has put out before. And I'll make my judgments as I go along. I don't go in with preconceived notions because the key art for the game is a black woman's face that, oh, it's woke. Because I'm not a simpleton. I'm not an idiot. But a lot of people... La, la, la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh! People are. A lot of people today just want to go with the trend. They want to be told what to think. They want to be told to be outraged so that they can be outraged and feel like they're a part of a group movement, and that's sad. Someone tipped $2 and said people are saying GTA 6 is woke because there's black and Hispanic people in it. In Miami, laughing out loud. All that word is a racist dog whistle nowadays. Yeah, it's dumb because originally it was used as a way from liberal people to say, oh, you've been awakened to how things really are, that the world really is biased and racist, and we're living in a world that's not fair. And once you realize that you're woke, you've been awoken out of your trance, and you see the world for what it is. But then what ended up happening was the liberals went overload. They started permeating pop culture, social media, video games, everything with this leftist ideology. SJW and all of that. And when they did, everyone got tired of it. It's like, why is this narrative keep getting shoved down our throats 24/7? We don't think that every single person on the planet is a racist. We don't think that every single situation is racist. We don't know why they see the world like that. Not to say that racism doesn't exist. Absolutely it does. And it is a problem and it needs to be addressed and handled. But it's not every waking moment of every single day in every single situation like they seem to believe it is. So then when these narratives were getting pushed down your throat constantly, people would say, well, that's too woke. And they started using it as a negative term. Oh, woke is a bad thing. If you're woke, it means that you're brainwashed to think that everyone's a racist and everything needs to be liberal. And so then it became a negative term. Now, I'll agree. I think that it's gone too far the other direction. It's like I always say, the pendulum swings, right? So it swung one way too far, then it swings the other way too far. Sometimes it's in the middle. That's kind of where you want it, but it doesn't always stay there. So right now what's happened is now it's swinging back the other way again. And now everyone who's like conservative is like, everything's woke, everything's woke, everything's woke. Well, no, not everything is woke. Okay. But yes, some things are. You need to approach it with a rational mind and a fair judgment.
Some of the stuff he's saying would make sense if he wasn't a hypocrite and if it wasn't coming from him. That's what makes it even worse. The fact that it's coming from him, like, nah, fam, when you've been rational, you're not even rational with your finances. When have you been rational? When did you ever stop and think? Especially outside of yourself. Not never. Not never. DSP is a loser. You should not take advice from him. And fam, all of this because people are saying they don't care about this game and would rather watch you play something else. That's what got you hot and bothered. But you got to go on a long ass crybaby rant. Sitting here crying for how long, fam? What time is it? Skin o'clock? You've been here for eons. Yo, that's crazy. He really been crying for like a good 40 minutes so far. This is wow. I'm cutting a bunch of it out. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Then just be outraged about everything. But some people just want to be outraged about everything at all times because they've been told to on the internet by people who are literally trying to profit off of their outrage. Sorry, I was unbanning somebody.
Oh, you can.
Who just requested it. So no, I mean, I'll tell you right now, so far, first 3 hours of Directive 8020, I see nothing woke. That doesn't mean that won't change. But so far, I don't see anything woke about the game. All right, let's continue and let's see what happens. Oh no, not him again. Did a $5 super chat. They put so many DEI in media to gaslight people that maybe are secretly racist. Let me just put it this way. The people who are in charge in doing this stuff, they know what they're doing and they know exactly what they want out of it. They're hoping to direct an audience one way or the other for their own purposes. Whether it's money, whether it's attention, whether it's power, whether it's votes, whatever it is, they're trying to take the control of the masses and trying to direct them to do what they want. Okay? To be a rational person, you need to be able to see things from a neutral perspective and judge. But so many people today are I'm either all the way over here or all the way over there. There is no in between. Well, if you're all the way on one side or the other, you can never make a rational judgment because you've been told it's either my way or the highway. It's either this or you're wrong. You don't have the ability to see from another perspective or to walk in someone else's shoes for 5 seconds to understand their different perspective. So how could you ever make a rational judgment? And that's what's happened with tons of people across the globe today. And all these people who are online and they're these content creators who are constantly saying things about the culture wars and about this political shit. They're doing it for money.
All right. I had enough of Malcolm X over here. Oh, he Martin Luther King right now. Too much of that. I'm cool. I don't want to hear you talk politics. I don't trust you. I don't think you should be giving opinions about nothing. But that is just me. I've seen enough of your content to know you just blabbing right now. You ain't saying a damn thing, and you never say anything for real. Once again, that's just me.